Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Today's episode of The Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our bonus packages. Please go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the bonus banner. You'll get access to all of our bonus content, and even better, you'll be helping out TMOS. So please quit sucking, and we thank you.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Tonight on Eyewitness News, your CPAP unit is making you ill. I don't know. I'm just...
Do you blame your CPAP?
Well, I don't know. I mean, all I know is through most of the weekend, I have had this kind of sinusy thing, and I'm wondering how long it's going to last, and it certainly feels worse. I'm on my second or third day of Sinex, which I believe those people that tell you can get addicted to nasal spray. So yes. I get very worried about that. So
Sinex sounds like a made-up brand from a television show.
What is? Can I ask a question about Zicam, which was the gold standard for nasal sprays, by the way? If you like to clear your head out, there was a heavy-duty allergy nasal spray, Zicam, and sometimes it's in and sometimes it's out. There are two over-the-counter medications that I frequently enjoy. Number one is Pepcid Complete. And there was a period of time where Pepcid Complete boned me too because they took those off the shelves because of some little adjustment, and Zicam is another one. And so I had to go with Sinex. From the Vicks Corporation, a corporation I'm very fond of, with all their fine products like NyQuil, Dayquil, Levoris. But Levoris, which isn't made anymore. What a great name for a product. Was there a better name for a bad breath product than
sick. It does sound sickening.
Yeah. Does your breath smell like you've been sucking on somebody else's socks? Yeah. Levoris will clear that up.
But everything at the Vicks Corporation does tend to sound like a planet from a 1950s sci-fi film.
Yeah. We are Roger Houston. We are making our way into the gravity vortex of Levoris.
Yes, into the Sinex dynasty.
Anyway, so I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's
what about
maybe it's time to go north.
What about this new contraption? And you all have probably seen this. It's like not a neti pot, but it's a sinus.
Oh, the spray bottle.
No, this thing looks like a. What's the best way to put it? It is a designated sinus plastic water flusher where it flushes your sinuses out, and they show it on the commercial all the time when you put it to your nose.
It's a variation of a neti pot.
Yes.
It's the Navage.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Does it require power?
From the control room.
It does.
From the control room, a Navage.
It has a gas engine.
You see, I use something from that I found at the Costco, recommended by my doctor, which is a squeeze bottle, which is also a variant on the neti pot, where you use the salt water that you squirt water up your nose and it comes out the other end, but it's pressurized because it's a squirt bottle.
Well, you've had more sinus infections than anybody, so tell us I don't know how many days I should use this.
What does the water do?
The water actually just flushes out all the goo and keeps and the salt.
Yes.
Well, it's the same thing as a neti pot, but this is a pressurized instead of a pour.
But the Navage looks like it's like a massage for your sinuses.
Well, you love it because it's a gadget.
Yes.
But you see, the problem with the squirt bottle is that invariably about a teaspoon of water stays up there.
I remember it's falling out in the studio.
And so that's why I've stopped using it.
I worked with a female disc jockey in the 1980s, early 80s, Pippi Navage.
Pippi Navage?
Pippi Navage.
Late nights, right?
Yeah. She would only have sex with management. So that was her claim to fame. None of the DJs. No, wouldn't go. Pippi Navage. It's just like, where's Pippi? Out to dinner with the GM again. Oh, Pippi Navage.
Pippi.
Fantastic.
Let me ask you this.
Half-sister of TJ Wright. Yeah.
When you stopped...
She's a fun chick.
Rob, when you stopped using this spray bottle.
Yes.
Why?
Because if you go through the rest of your day, you'd be fine. You know what? And you think, hey, you know what? I'm doing good. I'm keeping my sinuses clean. It's probably good in the long run. But I'd lean over to pick something up or cock my head to a certain angle, and water would just fall out of my nose because it stayed up there.
From a sinus. I can imagine. I can imagine your sinuses look like Luray Caverns.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I've got things up there that look like
it
looks like fried eggs. You got an organ up there. It's beautiful. But
so you'd have all this water fall on your shirt,
or the floor, and it felt like about a cup and a half. It was probably like a teaspoon. But it's
here's
very
the thing. I'm wondering,
6B whack? No, I'm just lactating.
Blub, 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 you know.
I have my my little breathing machine, which I'm addicted to. I take it on the road
clean.
with me everywhere. I keep it clean. Well, I have the machine that does that,
Yes.
and then I hand wash it as well. So I mean, I'm meticulous about it, but I still worry about when you hear that. Why are you waking up with that sinus headache? And I just don't know.
How many days?
I wonder if there's mold down here. They always talk about mold in our humidity down here. Could it be mold?
And you've got your bad water. I think that you're going to have a tremendous turn for the good. You're what, 5 days away from going up to the Great White North? Yeah.
I think that's going to be with the fresh air up there and not the Petri dish down here. It was a heat index of 105 yesterday down here.
Gross.
So we're it's all right. Hey, we waited a long time. It usually comes a lot earlier. So we're very happy with everything. But all I know is it gets a little tired of my son coughing and me coughing, and I'm ready to see what happens.
I think you're going to have a tremendous and quick turnaround when you head up to Maine.
Is your son excited for Maine?
Yeah, very much so.
Oh,
very
good.
much so. He graduates from preschool. And he's having a little performance anxiety because he is going to be heavily relied upon in the final show of the year.
Showbiz.
And by the way, and then we'll say goodbye to all the Montessori teachers that have been so kind to my son this year. Anyway, so it's looking forward to that. No, I'm kidding. They're all it's not
sing
hippies.
that song about the cot.
That's just why do you keep the lights off here? Well, it just creates an environment that's better for everyone. No, I'm not going to start doing that. Not at the end of the year. I'm not going to do that.
Power bill.
It's
Don't harsh on the bulbs, dude.
it's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine.
Looking forward to the next step.
White light.
Looking forward to the next
much.
step.
Yeah.
Going to be
Screams
very,
corporate.
very involved with the PTO at the next thing, and because it's a large enough school where there are a variety of shapes, sizes, and ages and lifestyles of the fathers. So I'm all in.
I wanted to ask.
This was a lot narrower at his preschool. Like all of the dads were 14.
I know that you're
it was a little frustrating.
I know that you're excited that his best friend Donnie is going to be at the new school too.
Yeah, we're having dinner with Donnie's parents this evening.
I was going to say, have you had a chance to interact with Donnie's folks, and are they cool?
Yeah. Donnie's dad, I chatted with briefly, but the mom had a play date last week.
Good.
She's fantastic, and she's fun, and she's smart, and I like her a lot. And Donnie is such an adorable kid. They're really hysterical together. You look at them together, and you could see them, in a movie down the road where they'd be the bad fraternity, with the two good-looking guys that are sitting there like that. It's but it's fun. Everything seems to go according to plan. If I don't screw up the equipment, and by the way, we have already sent the equipment up north. Some of the equipment has gone up north because we're making the big change when we get up there.
Big win. It's a big win.
I'm really nervous about it, to be honest with you. But
you mustn't be.
We've got backup. I'm
Yeah.
prepared, and I'm going to bring I have the 1 day wait. I have a suitcase where I put everything that's down here, and I bring it up there. And the one thing that's the outlier has already been sent up.
Okay,
there.
done deal.
It's sitting right now next to a lobster trap.
Oh,
that's what it's doing.
you sent
up
a
in the great
lobster
state
trap
of
up
Maine.
there?
No, I sent your.
No,
thing
the
that you
trap
sent me.
caught the package, dummy.
Yeah. And I
It
by
went
the
in
way,
and got the beer can.
Yes.
I might as well say this right now on the air where everybody can hear. I am not optimistic about this new technology.
Really?
Because I don't like these things. I don't like these square little things that. You
You're
don't like
tablets.
them either.
You're
You've
referring to
used them, but
tablets.
I don't like tablets. Except to take vitamins.
I'm used to them in a certain way, and I think they're the way of the future. But you know what? You will get used to them.
You got to lean in.
You do, and you got to mean it. It's weird to have virtual faders. That's the one thing that would be a little bit of adjustment.
I empathize because for me, so when we do, I'll give you an example. With some of the shows that we work on here, we have a rundown of what we need.
Right.
I always liked paper. And I said, I need a piece of paper to see all
I
of
do too.
this.
Yep.
Right?
I do too. I got paper all over the place here.
I realized that I was just doing what we all do when we don't like a certain thing that makes more work for other people. I have a laptop in front of me at all times. Why can't I look at that and save some trees? Like, why can't I do that? This weekend it hit me where I said, Why isn't this printed out? And I said, no, enough. I'm going to lean into the computer because the computer has everything I need. I can actually take better notes on the computer and keep them without having to go anywhere else.
That's all well and good, but a piece of paper never times out. Piece of paper never loses its battery. Piece of paper never stops scrolling when you need it to.
It's not 1991.
That's right, Oscar. That's right. It's not 1991.
It's so much better now.
Let me tell you why I use paper.
Yes.
I use paper. I find it a larger size I can never get the. If I don't use paper, I will not be reading things the size I want. I could put 11 things on one screen, but it's it's a tiny. The screen is the size of one piece of paper. So in order for me to get the opening of the show, the closing of the show, the rundown of the show,
use long format paper.
My what's that?
The long format. So there's different paper you can load into a printer. Use the long ones.
The letter size. Letter size is what I use.
Yes.
I use exclusively letter size. I print out my my opening of the show, which doesn't use a lot of paper because I do it once and it's the same, and I do a little modification of it. That's weekly. Then daily, I do a rundown for the show. Daily, I write the news and print that out. That's on the show. And daily, I print out the commercials that we read on the show. So that's a lot of things that I have to have a text in front of me, and that's why I do it. So screw Mac.
What about our carbon
and not
footprint?
Mac the intern, Mac the carbon footprint.
Both of them, really.
I'm mindful of that. I'm aware of that, and that's why all of my printer paper I have delivered by a what's that service that uses TaskRabbit. My TaskRabbit driver who delivers my printer paper drives a Prius.
That's great.
How's that?
I'm down to about 4 or 5 sheets of paper a day total, which is not bad. I do still heat my house with hair dryers, but I'm down to not very many pieces.
What
of
do
paper.
you need 5? What do you need 5 pieces of paper for? You don't
I print out.
read anything?
No, I do. I print out a show rundown. I print out a spot rundown so I can follow with you. Like today, I have a copy of the Mailbag.
What do you mean a show rundown?
Like the audio vault, all the stuff that I have for the audio vault.
Well, your audio vault.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. What else do you have to print?
I have the spots. A backup copy of the spots. Today I printed out the Mailbag. I have a backup copy of the Mailbag. If there's any memos or letters.
You can't do that with digital. That's too much going on. You already have 3 screens in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Two of the major things that he prints out, he has to, and I back that up because, but they're only printed out for one particular reason. Would you like to explain the reason those are the only reason those are printed out if I have some sort of meltdown on the spots or the Mailbag where I will yell at Rob.
We keep each other accountable.
We keep track of everything.
Yes.
We have a backup. Also,
but it's helpful. It doesn't happen a lot, but it happens enough where I'm glad to have the backup copy.
Also, if there is some sort of document, usually commercial related or business related, that I know that I need to discuss with you, I print it out because it's a tangible reminder to bring it up. And when I put it in your hand,
it's mine.
It's yours.
Yes,
and
it's off your plate.
Well, no, it's not necessarily off my plate, but it's definitely going to keep it in front of your
Very
face.
true.
So, I mean,
face.
I tend to not print if I
I'm
don't
not
have
saying
to.
this is practical for everybody. It's just, Mike, you're going to love the new tech.
You are.
You're not going to need as much paper.
And,
all right.
And it's really not a paper thing. What it is the amount of technology in one piece of unit.
I was
It's
just
great.
trying to put a bow.
Well, my
let him
brain
have
hurts
his
right
paper.
now. I don't think
Let
this is
him have
very
his paper.
entertaining. For
No,
Christ's
it's not.
sake. Let me do a palate cleanser
Please.
with an explanation of for you grillers out there. Since the summertime, as we go into the holidays, everybody's going to be doing a lot of grilling outside, and I thought that I'd give everybody a little tip that your boy got an advantage of this weekend. Took advantage of. Now let me tell you something. So we decided we'd fire up the grill, and the entire time, even though I'm in a warm weather climate, I don't grill a lot. I don't grill a lot at all. I'm not a big griller. I'm a good orderer. I like to go out and order something as opposed to have that.
You're a good eater.
It was. I am a good eater. I'm
Great
a better
consumer.
eater. That'll. By the way, remember that thought for later in the show.
Okay.
Wonderful story coming up. You're going to love it. It'll bring tears to your eyes. I'm not kidding you.
Oh, it's tears of joy.
So I'm firing up the grill, and I noticed that it's low heat. This is probably 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, and I'm like, oh gosh, we used it years ago, and I don't have any propane.
Oh, it's a gas grill. Gas grill.
Yeah, we've got a gas grill, and we've got a gas thing for the uni.
Yes.
Uni.
The pizza oven. The people that advertise for like 11 minutes on the show. And so the uni, are they coming back? If they're not coming back,
you don't know. You just keep on saying
things. Might give the uni away.
I'll be a very
anyway,
happy recipient to such a great product.
Send it here.
Yes.
I'll send it.
Put it
I'll
on the
send
roof.
you the uni. Very good. Yeah, have pizza on the roof. But getting back to it, So I go out and I buy 2 new propane tanks. It's time, it's Memorial Day weekend.
Buy or exchange? I hate to
exchange.
Okay,
It's
exchange.
exchange.
What does it matter?
Because
What does it matter?
I wanted to know if he's going brand new all
Can
the
you
way.
just let him tell his story?
No, there you get the better deal. I know if you bring back the empty
Exactly.
and you get the new one. That's what I do.
Okay, just making
You
sure.
think he's an
That's
exchange
minutia.
guy? He's not an exchange guy.
I am an exchange. I exchanged 2 tanks at the Ace Hardware, which, by the way, is where I get my propane.
Nice.
Wonderful. You know why I get that? You know why? Yeah, they'll give them there. They're not even an advertiser.
No.
But hey, a little louder for that. Okay. Hey, Ace. Thank you very much. Listen. God damn, it's hard to tell a story here.
Yeah, it is.
Trying my ass off. It's Tuesday after the holiday. Okay, here we go. So I take it to the Ace. The reason I go to the Ace is that the last time I did it, I went to the Walmart to get propane. And that's no problem. If you are going to exchange your propane tanks at Walmart, the price point is very good on the propane, but the last I checked, in order to get a person from inside Walmart to come out to where the cage is that has the propane, the last check, 3 days.
Yeah.
It takes 3 days to get an employee to come somewhere, slack-jawed
Slackville.
employee from one, and it takes too long. The Ace, bing, bang, boom.
Yes.
I go in there, I buy a grill brush, and I get my propane tank. I go to my car. By the time I pull the car up, the guy's standing there. He takes mine out of the car, and he puts the new ones in the car. Hello. And by
Fantastic.
the way, when I opened up the vulva that has the concave trunk for the SUV,
Yes.
I open my automatic trunk door, and I hear ting, 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 and I look at my side view mirror, and there's a propane tank rolling through the parking lot.
Oh, no! Oh, God, it's like a terrorist.
And the guy says, "Well, I guess we know that's not going to explode now." So he put him back in. So I take him back. Then I fire up the grill again. Low heat. Got propane, low heat. I'm watching. I'm sitting there like a watch pot never boils. I'm sitting there and I'm watching this thing. I'm getting 100, getting 150, getting 200. Then it's really creeping, 250. I'm like, no, this is not right.
Right.
This
You
is
got a
not
hole
right.
in your grill.
This is not what is going on here. So it's off to the computer.
Yes.
The fabulous Where Were We Before YouTube computer.
Yep.
It is, and I'm like, low heat on the grill. And I figured something out, ladies and gentlemen. So here it is. The new regulators, that metal part that is on the hose that comes off of the unit you're using.
It's
for,
like an
say, a gas grill.
aluminum disc on the hose.
A new aluminum disc. They're new, and they're different than they used to be. Back in the day, if you had a rat chew through your propane line and you fired it up, it would go, and you'd have a terrible leak on your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the days of spraying soap on the different connectors, okay? Now, these new super modern deluxe regulators, they have a new system where they sense that. So if you've got a super flow going through, it's going to back off on the release of the propane to prevent any serious gas leak damage. With that said, that is also the reason that when you hook up your new gas grill, you turn everything off, including the tank where you close it, and then you hook up your little tube, screw that to the propane tank, and then when you open the top of the propane tank, you open it 1/4 turn painfully slowly. Painfully slowly.
Wow.
You turn it, and then after the painful part, the 1/4 turn, you can open the whole thing up and open it all the way. I do that, turn on the grill, 500 degrees in like 10 minutes.
I never knew that this was a
There
situation.
it is. If you ever have a low heat situation in your grill, mark my words. And by the way, all you people out there that might have a problem, I want full credit, even though this was a guy at Home Depot who was sitting there and told me, and I was kind of rolling my eyes at the nerd at the beginning. I'm like, oh, here we go. Another guy that likes to hear the sound of his own voice, but he was right.
How long ago did the new regulators become a thing? Did he mention this?
That I can't answer. I do not have that information. Never really cared. Never really paid attention.
Because what is the part we got replaced on your grill when I called and I fast talked the lady at
That
Weber?
was an igniter.
Ah,
that was an
okay.
igniter. That
I want
was
to make sure it wasn't
that was
related.
An igniter. Yeah. And by the way, down here in the humidity, things tend to go a little bit badly. And I did a big grunge on the gas grill, which is the worst.
Yeah.
The worst job in the world. There's just no way of doing it. But I did a thorough one. And I happened to take the good vacuum cleaner outside. And Carla came up. What are you doing? What are you doing? I said, I'm sucking out the, the little flecks in there. And so, that's the good guy. You should do that with a shop vac. What are you doing?
Yeah,
I'm like, duh.
This Dyson seems to be doing fine.
Oh, were you there? Were you there?
I know you.
Yeah,
I know you.
I think I.
What this needs is more, better suction.
Yeah,
I
put
think
this
Dyson.
on max. Wait a second, this thing's fragile.
Yeah, I think I tanked the Dyson because I'm sucking in like grease and oil and stuff like that. And about halfway through the project, the Dyson was going.
Ironically, Mike,
Home projects.
the Dyson was also at 250 degrees.
Right.
By
the way,
the Dyson's
ladies and
good for
gentlemen,
dust.
if each listener of the Mike, by the way, let me make this point. If each listener of the Mike O'Mara Show could tell 500,000 of their friends to listen to the Mike O'Mara Show, I'd have people do this for me. Because I'm really not good. Not only am I bad at household projects, but now I've taken to falling. And falling is not something, and that's not going to stop the older I get. No. I'm going to take falls. I almost fell on my golf cart charger again this week.
Well, that's same.
That's the same one that made me really hurt myself when I fell last time. I fall. I don't use the right vacuum, but I'll tell you, the steaks that I made for the family were flawless. And by the way, with a 550-degree grill, 5 minutes, 2.5 minutes, boom. Ready to go. Fantastic. Yummy, yummy, loving my tummy.
I don't think there's probably maybe 2 other people in America that have ever detailed a grill with a Dyson. But you, Mike, made sure that grill
looks great.
I bet.
No, the grill looks great. The Dyson, not so much.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this shit.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
This is not the time or the place to perform some kind of a half-assed autopsy on a fish. And I am not going to stand here and see that thing cut open and see that little Kettner boy spill out all over the dock.
I got the creme de la creme. Right here. Hold on. Hey, see that? Mary Ellen Moffat. She broke my heart.
I'm pleased and happy to repeat the news that we have, in fact, caught and killed a large predator that supposedly injured some bathers. But as you see, it's a beautiful day, the beaches are open, and the people are having a wonderful time. Amity, as you know, means friendship.
Yeah, it's real fine, expensive gear you brought out here, Mr. Hooper. But I don't know what that bastard shark's gonna do with it. Might eat it, I suppose. Seen one eat a rocking chair one time.
Sick vandalism. That is a deliberate mutilation of a public service message. Now, I want those little paint-happy bastards caught and hung up by their Buster Browns.
Larry, if we make an effort today, we might be able to save August.
August? For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business. It's going to be one of the best summers we've ever had.
What? August? What are you talking about? Larry, the summer is over. You're the mayor of Shark City. These people think you want the beaches open.
I was acting in the town's best interest.
That's right. You were acting in the town's best interest, and that's why you're going to do the right thing. That's why you're going to sign this, and we're going to pay that guy what he wants.
Mr. Jaws, before you swim out to sea, have you anything else to say? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Mr. Jaws, why are you grabbing my hand?
Wouldn't you give your to a friend?
No, wait! Mr. Jaws! That's not the way this record is supposed to end! Help! Help!
This is Wade Byard, the Public Information Officer for Loudoun County Public Schools. The Mike O'Mara Show has decided to start now. Please make all necessary arrangements to listen. This is the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, and Oscar Santana. And now, without further delay, here's Mike O'Mara.
Without further delay, live from the Podcast Village studios in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., this is the Mike O'Mara Show. From Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, to Vienna, Austria. From Raleigh, North Carolina, to Torino, Italy. from Frankfurt, Germany to Speedway, Indiana. Wait, I wonder if that's close to where they
That's where they have the race.
Oh, the 500?
Yes.
I thought that was Indianapolis.
It's right by it, but a guy is actually covering the race, and he's listening there this week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Speedway, Indiana. Very nice. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. Delighted to have you with us. Our show today brought to you by Brook Linen. You spend a third of your life in your sheets. Some of us spend more than a third.
Yes.
Some people just can't get out of bed every day. They're depressed, but I digress. So don't you think it's time for a betting upgrade? You deserve the best online betting according to Good Housekeeping. The best. Brook Linen. Brooklinen.com. I sleep on them every night. They're incredible. They bring you luxury sheets without luxury markup. Brooklinen.com eliminates the middleman so you save. Sheets that feel great and look great with tons of colors and patterns to mix and match. So treat yourself to the 5-star quality of Brook Linen. I sleep on these sheets. I am not just saying that. I sleep on them. They're fantastic, and they are cost-effective. My Brook Linen sheets are the best, most comfortable sheets I've ever slept on, and now it's time for your upgrade. Brooklinen.com is giving an exclusive offer just for our listeners. Get 10% off your first order and free shipping when you use promo code TMOS at brooklinen.com. I love this company. Brook Linen is so confident in their products that all their sheets, comforters, and towels come with a lifetime warranty. The only way to get 10% off your first order and free shipping is to use promo code TMOS at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINE.com, promo code TMOS. Brook Linen, they really are the best sheets ever. So go out and get them. Get them today. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
Although it's not a happy weekend, it is a weekend to reflect. And I hope you boys had a good weekend. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Fantastic.
I must share before we go forward. We have a mailbag today. Are you signing off on the mailbag today, Rob?
I sign off on the mailbag today. They really raised their game.
Very good. Let me tell a sweet little story. This won't take much time, but it is just every marriage, especially the longer they go on, you have your ups, you have your downs. Sometimes they end. Sometimes they end in a ball of flame. Sometimes they endure under difficult circumstances. Sometimes you have a high school sweetheart who ends up being your life partner, and it's wonderful. You have different levels of marriage. Some marriages are male dominant. Some are female dominant. Some, have friends that look and go, I can't believe he stays with her. And the other. Sometimes you're like, oh, my God, can you believe he treats her like that type? But a lot of marriages are good, and usually they are filled with compromise.
Yes.
Marriage.
And, but I will tell you, I have been with my bride for a very, very long time. For me, a lifetime.
Yes.
Really. And, the jokes, I endured the jokes with the age difference, a lot of comedy at my expense and Carla's expense in the early days when people say, hey, what middle school did you buy her at? That type of stuff where she was younger than I was. But
that is never funny, by the way.
No, damn it, it's not.
And you people should just clam up.
Right. Yes. I'm not some kind of insensitive monster. I'm a person.
You have feelings. He has a name.
Thank you. So, but we've had our ups and we've had our downs. It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard, and especially, I know it's hard to live with somebody like me. It's hard to work with somebody like me, But once you punch through, if you stick around long enough, you get it. I mean, I'm a good person by and large.
I've been there for many of your marriages, and we're still together.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's a miracle, is what that is.
It really is.
What we've been through, especially recently. But anyway, getting back to the marriage, it's, of all the things, she's done nice things for me, and I've done nice things for her, and we've given each other nice gifts. So when I do this long setup, I do this because there's never been anything that she has done for me that will approach what she did for me this past weekend. And it was special. We went out a couple of times. We had a very mellow Memorial Day weekend where we did a few things as a family, took my son out to breakfast over the weekend, took him up to hit golf balls, spent a lot of time in the pool with him, playing with him. It was all about him. I don't think Daddy didn't get his golf in. I did that too. It was nice warm weather. But we came back after going out. I don't know where we went out to dinner. I forgot where we went. But we came back for dinner and we're just chilling out. And it's the middle of the weekend, and, we're having an eating day, which is not a stretch for me. You don't have to talk me into that twice.
Sure.
Are you into that? And it's late at night, and I said, I'm just, this is something I say quite often. I'm just not satisfied. I just feel like having a little something. Now, most of the time, Carla will answer with her standard answer, which is, you don't need anything.
No.
And she's policing me, and I go along with them. Yeah, you're right. I don't need anything. Damn it. When are you going to bed? But anyway, this time when she's really feeling, lively and peppy and sweet, she says, well, can I get you anything? I said, I'm fine. I don't know what we have. We don't keep our house stocked with confections of any kind. So I think I'm all set. So I go back to watching whatever the hell I'm watching on television, maybe golf, shocker.
Yeah.
And suddenly she comes around the corner. And as she comes, I said, I've got something for you that you might enjoy. And I look in her hand, and on the plate in front of me, something that's been hidden from me for many, many months.
Oh.
She brings me out a plate, and on that plate, from the freezer, is the last quarter of her Rob Spiewak fruitcake.
Wow!
Damn!
I almost cried.
Wow!
I said, that big a piece? I said, where have you been hiding it? I would have seen it.
You would have snipped it out.
It's been 6 months.
Did she hide it in a broccoli box?
I don't know what she... I don't know what she did with it,
Undercover.
but it was in the freezer. Oh, and look, I swear to you, I am not doing, this is not, we're not setting it up to self.
No, we're not.
Okay, turn this off. Let him tell a story.
We're still trying to sell tickets to a second show
Jesus
with our
Christ.
It's just a
but
song.
let me say, this was Rob, 6 months in the freezer.
Yeah,
6 months in the
It's a
freezer.
pretty amazing confection.
There wasn't
How
even...
did she even know or remember?
She knows.
She knows where that is.
She knows.
She's almost stabbed my hand a couple of times when I've reached out to. And by the way, I get mine. I consume my fruitcake. If you want to see the way I consume fruitcake, don't feed your dog for a week and then throw him a biscuit.
Yeah.
That's the way I eat my fruitcake. I go like that. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Oh no.
Here comes
Sinex. Hold on. It's gone.
Oh, good.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
He's allergic to citron. Here it comes.
Oh, Jesus. Oh. Anyway, so the fruitcake, it's I have never really experienced, because I eat mine so fast.
Right.
That yes, you can. These people that eat them over the course of a year and carve a little piece off them. Oh my! There was no appreciable. And I like mine frozen. I like mine right out of the freezer.
Well, they got to be
don't
served
get,
chilled, yeah.
They don't get rock hard. Okay.
Well,
that sounded dirty.
Mike, they're
don't
older.
No, stop it. Stop.
Don't.
Calm down.
Gross.
So this thing was this thing was so good. It was so good. I didn't put anything on it. I made love to this fruit.
You make me so happy when you say that.
It was so good. It was so it was when I get them like right out of the mail. I mean, I thought that it tastes exactly the same. I guess it's because all the booze and stuff. I mean, it's not the booze, because that's not the ones we get. It's just fantastic.
I think that probably they age very well because of the flavor combination. I gave away the last one of mine 2 weeks ago. I'd been saving it, but Julia has a friend, Jimmy Alexander, not the sidekick on the Jack Diamond show. Another
Diamond
Jimmy,
in the morning.
Different guy.
Hey,
but
Jimmy, how are you doing? Hey, Diamond.
He's a great guy.
That's Bert.
He comes over. It's the same. He comes over and he loves to eat. And I love to watch him eat because he loves to eat.
Diamond? What's Jack doing? Is Jack doing Praise the Lord now, or what?
He's getting ready for the end.
I don't think that.
I think
doing
Friday
anything,
is the last day of.
Is the station already?
Friday.
I
I think
there.
Friday is the flip. I think. isn't it? To joy or whatever.
I know
it
they're
is.
flipping.
You know what I love? You know how I know we've come a long way? You guys are just like me. I don't give a rat's ass either.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Once I heard they were
really don't
flipping,
care.
I wasn't concerned of what day they were flipping.
No, I mean, but it's also, you hear it and it's like, but we're not they're not one of us. Of the three of us, they're as engaged in the biz as
I'll
we
just
used to
be excited to put the preset back on my car radio and praise the Lord.
There you go, yeah. And by the way, when those Christians take over a radio station and you're a DJ, don't ever believe them because they're not going to keep you.
I thought isn't there a thou shalt not lie somewhere back there?
Yeah, hi, Diamond in the Morning. Let me just read the piece of scripture that I have here. I should drop.
He's going to be
Jack a note.
fine.
I'll drop Jack a note.
A couple weeks ago, Julia's friend Jimmy, we fired up the uni that we mentioned earlier, and he just kept making pizzas all night because he was excited to cook and eat pizza.
Skinny guy, fat guy.
Tall lacrosse player, fit guy, but boy, he can eat. And we got to talking about fruitcake, and I said, you know what, Jimmy? I think you would appreciate this. And I gave him the last fruitcake. And
wait a minute, who is this guy?
He is Jillian Chubbuck's ex-boyfriend, Julia's best friend's ex-boyfriend, but they're still friends.
Oh,
weird.
Right.
And it's not weird, Oscar. It's not weird.
Was she there?
Who?
Or was it just you and him?
It was just him and me, and our shirts were off.
There
was like
Tony made me laugh. Right?
There was like five or six of Julia's
friends. You guys are sunning yourselves on the deck.
Here's something. Rob's had like 16 drinks.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
that's
something
true.
you'd really like, young man. Come into my kitchen for a second.
You like to eat.
And then Julia said, which was true, she says, you know, Jimmy, that's kind of a big deal. And he said, "Oh, thank you, Mr. Spiewak."
Good.
He's a very
so
nice
was
kid.
you and the two kids?
Me? No, it was me and like 6 kids. Oh, Julia had a lot,
okay.
and they were,
Right.
they were doing. Yeah, but it was but
thank God.
not like taking him to a movie, just him and me.
Well, you and Dotson used to have this relationship.
Yes, we did. We couldn't afford it anymore. He ate too much. I said, this isn't working out. Junior mints and popcorn.
Rob brought him downstairs to look at the audio collection that he had down here. It's back here in the corner. I've got the White Album back here, Dotson. Take a look at this. Dotson! Let me out. Let me out, Mr. Spiewak. Let me out. What's the matter, boy? It's all right. But anyway, the fruitcake.
I am so glad
phenomenal.
that you had a good time with it and that it aged well. That's awesome.
It was yummy, yummy love in my tummy. And my
True love,
God.
Mike.
Yes.
True love.
Carla, I'll tell you, I love the new Activewear U. No, you don't want to eat that. I'll take care of it. And by the way, I didn't gain weight on the holiday weekend. I do not know how that's possible. Maybe because it was a heat index of 113 degrees.
No, Mike,
down
it's
here.
because a fruitcake is basically fruit, and fruit is good for you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We'll take a break, and we will come back with the mailbag that we didn't get to last week. We'll get to it this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Boom, bam! Dan the Fan Man can't be here as he's busy helping the peace process in North Virginia. So I'm here as his backup. It's your man, Oscar Fantana. That's right. And when I'm not harassing Rob or mispronouncing again, I'm making one of my 800 shows. In fact, I'm announcing show number 801. I'm here to tell you all about Tech Fan 101. It's the newest show with me, alongside Dan the Fan Man. We talk about anything and everything fan. This podcast is so hot, the only thing that can cool us down are some high quality fans. And don't just take my word for it. Hear what my wife has to say. Fanning the BIOS.
What, I'm supposed to do Shannon? I'm not going to do Shannon's voice. I don't do girls' voices.
Or how about my favorite little guy, Phantos?
The dog? What are you doing?
So don't forget to buy a fan.
What are we even promoting? Buy a bonus show. That's real. Dan, go home.
That's funny.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody.
Phantos.
Nice to see you worked his ass off when he was here.
Yeah.
This just in from the TMOS Las Vegas Show Business Headquarters.
Yes.
It has come to our attention that we might sell additional tickets to the TMOS 10th Anniversary Spectacular if we made ourselves more internationally accessible. Wow. German? Just ist es an der Zeit, ihr Tickets für das 10-jährige Jubiläum der TMOS Live zur erhalten. Hooray! Wir passen sich nicht, weil wir am 16. November eine zweite Show hinzufügen. Und wenn Sie beide Nacht gehen wollen, noch besser. Zwivolig verschiedenen Shows. Zwei verschiedene Nacht. Heim Sapo Unternachtsgeleskennen und Zentrum von Las Vegas. Die Tickets sind bei michaelmerrishow.com. Zum Verkauf aber nur noch longer. I repeat. No, I'm sorry. Tickets are on sale now at michaelmerrishow.com, but only while they last. The TMOS 10th Anniversary Spectacular, brought to you by Zappos. TMOS Uber Alles. You Nazi, Rob.
Tomorrow we'll do Italy. It'll be nice, romantic.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All
Let's open up
access
the
powers.
mailbag, for God's sakes. Wow. Yes. Japanese! All right, here we go. Now, last week we didn't have it because you said it wasn't worth it, and now we're set to go. And let's dive right into the mailbag now, tight, bright, out of sight for each one of you people out there. Lordy, look who's 40. It's me, Todd Erdman.
Yay!
And what is the present I got for myself? I am quitting drinking. Yay!
It's yay with a question mark, Mike. So it's
Yay?
Yay?
Thanks a bunch, the aforementioned Todd Erdman. All right, so he's quitting drinking for good, Todd? That's good. Good for you. If
healthier
that's what you need to
lifestyle.
do. Yeah, it is a much healthier lifestyle.
God, yeah.
Absolutely.
I try monthly.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Yes.
I quit every night.
Find a hobby.
How do I access a music list of the songs played on TMOS? Warm thanks, Tom Bird.
We actually get this question a lot. We don't publish a music list, but if you have any specific requests, send me an email, rob@michaelmerrishow.com. I will tell you the
Maybe
song.
we can create a music list.
We can do that.
Does that
absolutely,
work?
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
that'd be a fun project I think Pony would enjoy.
Yeah.
I
What do
would
you think,
enjoy
Pony?
that.
Yes.
That man is lying.
But thank you. I like that you like the
I'm
music.
sure there's a plugin that'll do the work for you.
By the way, I hope you enjoyed our Spintacular for Memorial Day. We had fun doing it.
A lot of fun.
So much
So I
fun.
hope you enjoyed that. And Maddie did a great job with the video. It was hysterical.
Oh,
We saw
yeah.
Everybody doing the talk-ups. I absolutely love that. Hi, TMOS. James Walsh Rogers just turned 1, and he loves Mike's duck voice. Would it be too much to ask for Mike to sing Happy Birthday to Jimmy J? Much appreciated, Kim Down, a.k.a. Grandpa, or as my kids call me, Gumball, and Grandma is called Gumdrop. See you in Vegas. This is for James Walsh?
Yes, please.
Or
Jimmy J. Jimmy
so
J.
he wants the real, like, Donald
Yes.
voice?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Jeez, I hate these letters. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. No, this is fun. Here we go.
That was
Ready?
the inner monologue.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Chibby J. Chibby J. Chibby J. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That was like a Grandpa Donald singing the song.
Yeah. A
It
character
was.
that isn't in a lot of the cartoons.
Thank you very
It's
much.
like on his deathbed. Come
I know.
closer.
Yeah.
It's like the sinuses.
This is the new Walt Disney character, COPD Duck.
Next letter says, "Hi, boys. I love the show. Rob, I am spending a week in Leesburg this August.
Ooh.
Where should I go? I'm staying downtown and seeing a show at the Tally Ho. Thanks, Stephanie." Wow, what a lucky girl. Who doesn't want to go to Leesburg in August?
Well, if you're going to Leesburg for a week, the place you should go is a therapist.
There it is.
Big winner.
But I'm very, she's vague. I wonder what cover band she's seeing at the Tally-O. Certainly worth a week in Northern Virginia.
So what would you recommend if somebody wants to go out and about? Where is your go-to? If you had one go-to place to eat, doesn't have to be expensive, doesn't have to be cheap, just one, where would you send her to dine?
I would send her to dine probably at the Blue Ridge Grill. I think Dollars to Donuts is the best restaurant. It was formed by cast-off Great American Restaurant employees that didn't like the system. So you get a lot of that stuff going on there, and that place is there. Downtown Leesburg is beautiful.
It's nice.
There's what's the name of the brewery down there? There's a brewery on the corner. Delirium has got a good brewery. There's also, if you go out 15, there's a couple nice breweries you can go out there. Vanish is nice. There's a couple art galleries in there. But just walking around, you're looking at a place that has been around since the Civil War. Oh, and
they haven't forgotten.
Do not miss the Applebee's.
Yes, amen. And by the way, the brewery is called Vanish, and that's also the name of, if you have a kid that's under 16, that's the name of what happens to you if you go to Rob's house to use Fruitcake. You vanish. That's not.
It vanished into the basement.
That's right.
Next letter says
Elvis used this cup. Have a seat.
That was so ham-handed the way I did that joke, but it made me laugh. Hey guys, Mike O'Mara and Oscar Santana did come up with a way better ending for Game of Thrones. They did miss one point though. The dragon melted the throne. I thought we did mention that the dragon melted.
Yeah, we were
the throne.
saying the dragon shouldn't have melted the throne.
Yeah. Bran the Broken was selected at basically the same time. Bran the Broken obviously has no need for the throne. My 2 cents, Mark Matrinko.
I see what he did there.
Yeah, you see?
He's got his
A
own
lot of
chair.
people still, yeah. It's got wheels.
Yeah. It's like a Roosevelt
Broken.
joke. Yeah.
By the way, if he can roll his eyes back, and look like a cod and, transport himself to different places, can he fix his body?
He can roll anything.
Rolling papers. Next letter says, hey, guys, the wife punted on my birthday again, damn it. On May 19th, I turned 64. Maybe Mike could talk up a certain Beatles song for me. Bill Lukens. Oh, Bill, I'm sorry your wife forgot you, but you know what? TMOS is always there for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Close your eyes and listen to the Beatles. They're having a ball right here with
Bill
us.
Lukens.
77 WABC.
Hey, everybody, I'd like to send this out to a 64-year-old. Hey, Bill, you're going to die sooner than I am. Just kidding. I'm going to die sooner. I can't breathe.
When I get older, losing my head.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Bill.
That is a promo.
Moving right along. Greetings, gents. Yesterday was my buddy William Old Bill Parker's birthday.
Parker!
He and his brother and I have listened to the show for over 10 years now. Old Bill particularly loves Mike's impressions. As I am half South Korean, would you mind sending him birthday wishes as a Southern Korean? I'm not sure if you remember this impression, but it had me rolling when Mike does it. God bless and thanks, guys. We love you and appreciate what you do for us. Ellie Belly.
That might be a pen name.
Do you remember it?
I do. It was when Kim Jong-un or Kim Jong-il were in the news, and we talked about the people of South Korea, and you did a Korean, but he had a heavy Southern accent, a la Augusta, Georgia. So you were talking about the goings-on in South Korea, but using that voice.
Well, I thank you very much. When that dictator up in the north starts pointing their missiles at us, we get a little concerned down here in the South Korea. Southern Korea is a much different place. It's a slower lifestyle. We enjoy, by the way, excuse me, Kim? Kim, would you bring me, please, a mint julep? Thank you. Thank you very much. Listen, I got to run into downtown Seoul to get some groceries. Would you get that? Is awfully tasty. That's right. We make come down sometime and have a Bloody Mary. We put kimchi in it, and it is absolutely the best thing you'll ever taste. And by the way, don't forget those South Korean fried green tomatoes, Ellie Belly. I hope you enjoy that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I had forgotten about that character until he mentioned it, and I very much enjoyed it.
I'm the Southern Korean. Yes, sir. Very good to be here. All right. Why don't you just calm down, missile boy? I hold. Is this the final letter?
I hold in your hand. Yes.
The final
yes.
letter.
Hi-oh! Hi-oh!
May a diseased yak fly up your sister's hoop skirt.
Hi-oh!
Dear Rob, Mike, and even Oscar. Uh-oh, that's a bad start. Being from New Jersey and food obsessed, I can put some additional spin on your recent submarine sandwich discussion. That got a lot of traffic.
Yes, it did.
New Jersey does have the best subs, number one. Number two, Pennsylvania is close, but they call them hoagies and slice the bread with a hinge, leading your sandwich to be folded like a wallet. This is an inferior method as it does not provide a good foundation or layering. This is important for an optimal experience.
I love this letter.
Number three, Jersey Mike's was a legit Jersey Shore sub-innovator, Point Pleasant specifically. They're now a huge chain or franchise. That being said, their subs are great. I agree. They're actually moving up my food chain. I recommend the number 9 Club Supreme on white, Mike's Way with mayo and bacon. Okay, good Lord. This is a fatty. Turkey, roast beef, Swiss cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, salt, pepper, oregano, oil and vinegar, mayo and bacon. Jeez Louise. Hold on just a second. There we go. Let me turn that up. Turn it up. Thank you. There, I had to put that in there.
Mike's Way.
Number 4, famously, presidents have stopped to order subs from Tasty Subs in Edison, New Jersey. They have a soup Nazi-esque system wherein you're expected to queue up, order quickly, and move down the line. If you take too long to figure out what you want, they've been known to shout, "Next!" and you'll have to wait until they get back to you. I would get the number 5 super sub at the Tasty. Editor's note: pressed ham, salami, boiled ham, capicola, prosciutini,
yes, I think
and
so.
provolone.
I had to research that. I want to know what a number 5 was.
Number 5, every a number 5.
Yeah.
Sounds so good though. I could eat one right now.
Yeah.
I could eat one right.
Hey Jimmy,
now.
you want to try one of these?
Oh,
Come on down
man.
here.
This is so yummy. Number 5,
Take
every
your shirt
major
off.
city in New Jersey has their local hero, pun intended, making sub sandwiches, and most are really good. My personal policy: avoid the wallet-folding Philadelphia-inspired hoagie shops when a real sub shop is available. Note for information: Wawa, now a national chain, makes a decent hoagie and is a great quick bite when you're short on time for lunch, but subs are better. Also, the word hoagie sounds like a nickname for one of your grandparents. Pete from Jersey. That's wonderful.
Great
Thank
letter.
you very much.
Great letter.
And that was a good mailbag. I
Yes.
love talking Sammys. That's awesome. We will take a break and come back with more fun and more thrills. This is the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody.
It's Political Persuasions.
Hey, it's Chris Fritz with Political Persuasions. This week, Mike and I talk about the tantrum of the president. Plus, why is Nancy Pelosi so good at pissing him off? Plus, the future of the Democratic Party. Tune in.
You can download Political Persuasions at politicalpersuasions.com, iTunes, Stitcher, and wherever fine podcasts are found.
New and improved Joker product.
It's Party Man because it was about the Republican Party.
Oh my God, I love that song. Anyway, I do love that song.
Do you
I love
really?
that song from the. I really.
We shall
That's a
play it
Prince
tomorrow.
song,
It's a-
right?
yeah, Prince did the soundtrack to Michael Keaton Batman. So yeah, we'll play it tomorrow.
It lingers.
Great record.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Cornerstone. Food for thought from Cornerstone First Financial. With tariffs and trade wars monopolizing the headlines, you're not hearing about the drop in mortgage interest rates. It's happening, and Cornerstone First Financial can use this trend to benefit you big time. So, whether you're buying a house or refinancing, you've got to act right now while the market is still on your side. Call them at Cornerstone. You will not regret dealing with them when you need financing. Home appreciations are up, rates are low, and with Cornerstone's guarantee to meet or beat any competitor, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to eliminate your PMI, consolidate debt, do home improvements, or take cash out for any reason. And they are wonderful to deal with. And it is a source of pride for all of us at the Mike O'Mara Show that the people at Cornerstone, who happen to be in our building, are a local advertiser that went across the country to places like California, Maryland, Virginia, D.C., Georgia, Florida, and Colorado. And they still stay on the air with us. We're thrilled about that. And by the way, sooner or later, inflationary pressure will push the rates back up. So you got to act now. Click their banner on our website. Visit cornerstonefirst.com or call them at 866-625-1221. That's 866-625-1221. Cornerstone First Financial. Personal attention from application to closing. Based on your Facebook posts over the weekend, Rob, I assume that you spent a good chunk of the weekend at the bottom of a bottle.
I always wait until the cocktail hour before I pour, but yeah, I had some stuff.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
But I did
now,
have...
What was the drink you posted? You were talking about
a salty dog, which is essentially, Mike, a Greyhound with a salt-rimmed glass.
And what is a Greyhound?
Gin and grapefruit juice.
See, that to me
sounds like a healthy drink.
But grapefruit juice and gin, it would seem to me, would be flavors that fight each other a little.
I would think that, but you see, remember, I'm new to the gin game. I know Pony is a big gin guy, and gin, I think I had a bad experience with it maybe when I was in my early 20s, and it probably had to do with cheap gin, so I stayed away from it for a long time. But then as I began to research it, I found out it's just vodka with flavorings added. They call them botanicals,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, and lots of juniper berry, and they mix in a bunch of other stuff these days.
Oh.
And there's so many different flavor profiles. You could.
Wait, one of the dragons was down in our dungeon sleeping, and he woke up. What happened here? Listen to this.
Magic words.
Wow, that's amazing. But you can go with vodka or gin. Isn't that correct, Pony?
Yeah, absolutely. I love both.
Okay.
But I think that the gin played really well with the grapefruit juice, and the salt, you can't overdo it because it's almost like more of a decor, but the salt does punch the flavor a little bit.
Sounds refreshing.
It was very refreshing. I used, for those who care, Bombay Sapphire shaken with crushed ice because it makes it extraordinarily cold.
Mm-hmm.
It was very good. It was nice.
What did you drink over the weekend?
I think I had I'm in Loserville now because I should have fun. And as my wife said, we need new friends because they moved away. Because Todd and Marissa moved away.
Your best buddy moved. Now, when you say moved away, they're down there for another couple of weeks, right?
I think they've moved. I think this is like Todd.
They're done,
but they still have. I mean, they still maintain a residence.
This is what
Delmarva,
I
right?
want you to. I want you to highlight.
Yeah.
Maybe he could let you live in it.
They are in a different tax bracket.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even need to rent that place. Todd's so successful. So
right.
When you know people don't have that, I guess, anchor of finance to come back, and you see pictures of them having the best time of their life
with their dog on a float.
I have not. Now, is he posting any of those on
his
online?
girlfriend is. His girlfriend is. Yeah.
Oh, Marissa. Okay,
There's a
I'll
picture of
friend her.
Todd in the water with his dog in a raft.
Yes.
Looking like this is the happiest I've ever seen my friend ever. Even on the highlights of our drinking binges in the middle of the night in D.C. where we're just having the best summer. This is the happiest he's ever looked. He should stay down there. I will miss him as a friend, but he's gone.
Well, you know what? You should give him a month because he is now. I mean, they have come down.
Not
here,
the best time, right?
This is when the oven really gets turned on down here. This is when it starts. We had. Well, let me go to my phone. I'll let you know what we're going to have today because it really is
one of the biggest indicators that he meant it is that before he left, he went to his place and he lives in Roslyn, right? Where's
he lives in Arlington.
Yeah, in Arlington, which is close.
Arlington,
and what he did
Virginia,
is right before he left to go to Florida, he burned his house down. And he said, I mean, and that just says a sense of permanence to me.
But it would make sense to be like, oh man, they got to come back because they got that other home. No, the man can
Boards
live
on the windows.
He can live anywhere in the world.
That's not going to be bad today. Sorry.
Yeah,
I apologize.
Make it up.
It is paradise down here. I'm sorry.
It's paradise.
It's going to be 91 today.
So
it's
this
is a high temperature of 91.
Just briefly, this is what would happen.
Yeah,
a holiday would come around. We'd inevitably get a call from Todd or Marissa, and they'd say, "Hey, what are you guys doing tomorrow?" Which is that short notice. Because he is a workaholic within his own nature, so he would never actually make plans for anything. So there would be something that would be done. We'd go out on a boat. We'd do anything that was available to us.
And you're a radio guy, so you are going to have tons of acquaintances, but you are only going to have a small circle of people you let in, and I understand that.
Yes.
So that's got to be
very
true. That's got to really suck for you because you've been up here a long time. You've cultivated that relationship.
Hell yeah! And I didn't think about it until Shannon was like, "They're really gone." As we on Memorial Day are at work working because we do not have a better option.
Wow,
that sucks.
And you know who we hung out with? Who was a great date? Rob Ford.
Rob Ford.
Yeah, but there's something a little different than, producing a radio program with Rob Ford as opposed to going into the Atlantic Ocean with your dog on a float.
Have you ever socialized with Mr. Ford and his lady?
No. He's never brought her out.
That's still a thing, right?
Yes, they are still tight.
That's great.
Yes.
All right, well, see, it'll never be normal. All right, we have to take a break. All right, that's it.
You know how sometimes, Mike, people speak at weddings? Wouldn't it be nice if you spoke at Rob Ford's wedding and said that?
I understand, Oscar, because whenever I am close to a social gathering with Todd Moore, I hate to say this. God, I hate this because I hate his politics. I miss Todd more because I'm like, I came back from D.C. and I went, yeah, we can do a weekend drive down there and stuff like that. It's like, but you got to be there too. So I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I need a buffer.
Absolutely.
I can't do me and Todd and Marissa at dinner. There's no way.
There might be a clothesline and a blanket involved, just like a small curtain.
Yeah. Carla likes Shannon and Marissa, and I like Todd and Oscar.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the way it will always be. All right? It'll have to be arranged that way. We'll take a break. I'm just telling the truth. So if I don't say it here, at least people understand when I... All right, whatever. It's complicated. We'll take a break, come back with news you may not need right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
None of you bitches got these exclusive
TMOS tickets. Oh, wait. Yes, you do, because you sold out the show on Friday. But you want more. There's still a few tickets available for Saturday, November 16th. Get online to get yours today so you can avoid FOMO. It's the exclusive TMOS Live extravaganza in Las Vegas. It's popping now.
That's so cool. I love homemade promos more than any other.
2019.
Thank you. Who did that?
That's Sharon Bailey and Jim Amato.
That was so fun. All right, welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by our TMOS bonus packages. So today is Tuesday.
Yes.
Feels like a Monday. Am I right? Isn't that great? So weird. It's also May 28th, which is Flag Day in the Philippines.
Right.
I'm still tired. Didn't get any rest over the weekend. Flag Day in the Philippines, and it's Croatian Armed Forces Day.
Yep.
All over the world, we are observing Menstrual Hygiene Day, which surprisingly only lasts for 24 hours. God, you make me read this stuff. Rob writes down pause for laughter. I'm getting scene cues now. It is also the perfect day to finally buy the TMOS bonus show. It is the 6th uncensored episode of TMOS that drops every week. Pause for laughter. And it can be yours for just a few extra pennies. Plus, you'll get access to all of our bonus content, and you'll be helping TMOS. So please buy our thing. You're going to love it. It is a perfect way to observe May 28th. Then don't forget to wish happy birthday to Gladys Knight. And to mourn the passing of Gary Coleman, who passed on this day in 2010. What you talking about, Willis? I'm talking about the TMOS bonus show. It's bloody good, ladies and gentlemen.
News.
Boo. Got me. You had me at pause for laughter. All right, this one's for me. Former baseball star Bill Buckner died yesterday following a battle with Lewy body dementia. That's tough. He's 69 years old. What a shame. Buckner played for 5 teams in his 22-year career, including the Dodgers, Cubs, and my Boston Red Sox. He ended his career with a .289 career batting average, 2,715 hits, and 1,208 runs batted in. But unfortunately, he's probably best known for the costly error that he made in the 1986 World Series when his Red Sox were taking on the New York Mets. And I'm here to say now, that man took an amazing amount of crap in his life because of the nasty Boston fans, and I'm not proud of it, and it sucks, and we were all upset, but it has to be pointed out that in that 1986 World Series, it was Calvin Schiraldi and Bob Stanley that set the table for that. It was not all Bill Buckner, like people like to say. It sucked. It was a bunch of different things that happened.
I actually went and sought out the clip, and I can play the clip if you like.
No.
But, okay.
I'd have to go to an analyst's couch if you played that clip. It would be that painful. I'm sorry.
You know what? It's always, historically, it's called a simple rolling ball. It was not an easy ball for him to field. I think
It was. Hold on. Now, I know more about it than you do.
But, I mean,
he was horribly injured. He was wearing ankle cleats because to support his ankle that was shot. He never should have been in the game to start with. Calvin Schiraldi was down to 1 strike to win the World Series. Not the game, the World Series for the Red Sox. And then Bob Schlubby Stanley came in, threw a wild pitch, that advanced runners and tied the game. And in the whole thing, was he part of the horrible inning, the 10th inning in 1986, Game 6? Yes. Was he the guy responsible? No. And you know what? I think any fan that, the fan base was horrible. Let me tell you, the 10th inning of the Mookie Williams of the Mets, it's a slow roller to first base. The ball goes under Buckner's glove, between his legs, should have made the third out to end the inning. But by the way, it was tied at that point. It wasn't New York scored the game-winning run on that play. The Mets went on to win game 7 and take the series. The not-so-classy fans in Boston blamed Buckner for the loss. They relentlessly heckled him the following season and sent him death threats. Ultimately, he forgave the city, even parodied the error in an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm in 2011, where he successfully caught a baby that was dropped from a burning building. And that's a funny episode.
It was very great.
Excuse me, where he did that. So anyway, Bill Buckner, safe home to him. Green Bay Packers legend and Don's favorite ball player, Bart Starr, died on Saturday. No word on the cause of death, but he'd been in declining health after suffering 2 strokes and a heart attack in 2014. He was 85. Bart was the quarterback of the powerhouse Packers teams of the 60s. He spent his entire career with the Packers and then returned to coach the team from 75 to 83. He was more successful as a player than a coach, obviously. The Packers said, quote, a champion on and off the field. Bart epitomized class and was beloved by generations of Packer fans. A clutch player who led his team to 5 NFL titles. Bart could still fill Lambeau Field with electricity decades later during his many visits. And my old radio partner, Don Geronimo, named his son Bart because he tells a great story about Bart Starr visiting him in the hospital. So safe home to both Bill Buckner and Bart Starr, 2 different kind of guys, the way they were received by the fans in a lot of ways.
News.
No, that's not what I wanted. Thank you very much. I want this. Thank you very much. I want the swoosh. Jessica Alba and her husband, Cash Warren, have a difference of opinion when it comes to how enjoyable it is to film a sex scene. Of course, Cash is just a producer, so he's never actually done one, and thus he looks at it the way a lot of us probably do. On a recent podcast, he said, quote, there's no way hooking up with someone else is not fun. Jessica's always like, oh, there's so many people around, the director's there, but you're still having fun. That dude's a stud. There's no way you're going to enjoy hooking up with him. I love that Jessica Alba's husband is like being honest about how he feels about it. He's enjoying. Look at that guy with his ripped abs and all that.
Yeah, he talks like a guy named Cash.
And then, and then Jessica joined with the typical actor's rebuttal quote, it's disgusting most of the time. By the way, I don't disagree with that either, because I think women and men look at it
We're all
differently.
human, Mike.
I think, it's disgusting most of the time because co-stars are usually a stranger. When you're choosing to be with someone in that way, it's very intimate. You're breathing on someone. It's all there. You're smelling the skin. You want to choose who you're doing that with, and you got to really pretend. She added that she needs a shot of tequila to get through sex scenes.
Has she ever made a movie with Jonah Hill?
You know what I tell her? Have 2 shots.
Sure, why not?
I'm waiting. God. Oh, my God. Anyway, I'm moving right along. The World Health Organization just officially classified work burnout as a new disease. That means that by 2022, doctors will be able to diagnose burnout, and in theory, they'll prescribe treatments that insurance companies should cover. So what is burnout? The official definition is, quote, chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed.
Results in coughing.
Thank you. Jesus. The 3 symptoms are exhaustion, feeling negative, cynical, or detached from your job, and less effectiveness at work.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Bring on the pills.
100%.
Bring on the opioids.
Wait, what are you saying 100%
well, because
Oscar?
I've got one of those, which is exhaustion.
Yeah, exhaustion.
But that's
but it didn't say in the study when you have 11 jobs. It didn't.
That's true.
It didn't say that.
So you could get 11 prescriptions.
And I bet you that my Obamacare does not cover this.
I don't know about that.
We're okay.
All I can tell you is 10 years ago when I made the flip.
Yeah.
And started doing this, and you got to subtract the year that I was on the edge doing 2, because that was just,
you were literally on the edge.
Yes,
I was on the. Carla said it's the worst year ever. Even getting fired was not as bad as when I was working at that horrible radio station. Thanks
a lot,
terrible.
Jeff Shamrock.
I was not a happy camper. Since that time, and this is a great example of it. 3-day week. I remember coming back on the old radio show way back when, we were at WABW, JFK, after a 3-day weekend, I'd be like, all these guys would be partying on Monday, on Memorial Day. I'm like, I got to be ready, like that. Now it's just chill. I look forward to it.
I still look forward to this.
Yeah,
this time.
Me too.
That's the thing. So we're okay in that area.
But I still want opioids.
I know you do. I know, and you still drink your what are they?
Salty dogs.
Salty dog. A new study looked at 7 million flights to figure out when you're most likely to get delayed. I don't think this is a bulletin, but I'm putting it in here anyway. If you want to land on time, book flights that arrive in the morning, not at night. Overall, about 80% of domestic flights arrive on time, meaning no more than 15 minutes later than they're supposed to.
Write this down, Maddie. Write it down.
I do it. I do it most frequently simply because we've got a little one who's up early, and we take full advantage of that. Early morning flights get delayed a lot less often than evening flights do. 90% of flights that are scheduled to arrive between 7 and 8 a.m. get there on time. That's the best time to fly. Then it steadily drops throughout the day. Between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m., it's 89%. 9 and 10 a.m., 88%. Around noon, 85%. And by early evening, it's in the mid-70s.
I'm the same way as you, and I've always equated it with getting an early doctor's appointment. Because if you're the first or second in there, there's less time for stuff to go wrong and to get backed up.
Or they've been reset.
Yeah, like Maddie when she comes home from Buffalo.
The worst arrival time is anywhere between 8 and 11 p.m. when only 73% of flights arrive on time. Did Maddie go back to Buffalo for the...
No, but she missed the show.
She missed a day because her flight got delayed.
It was a morning flight. I don't know what happened.
Oh, it was a morning
This list
flight.
lies.
There you go.
This
All
list
right,
lies.
see?
This list is lying.
Like fake news.
The list is not telling the truth. And now a little something. Here's a woman who clearly knows how to have a good time. There's a 30-year-old woman. Her name is Jana Snowden in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And earlier this month, she went to a Walmart and loaded her cart up with just two things: lots of vodka and lots of toilet paper.
Woo!
Then she busted out of the store without paying, and she took off. Total value of all that vodka and toilet paper is close to $800. The cops identified her from the surveillance footage, and now they're trying to track her down. She'll be facing up to 6 months in jail for theft. Incidentally, vodka and toilet paper are also Ponyboy's favorite stocking stuffers at Christmas time. Thank you very much. Thank you, Glenda. You always get me what I want.
Hey, a 12-pack of both.
We'll take a break and come back with the audio vault right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hi, I'm Pony. Do you like bonuses? How about shows? Well, how about a bonus show? I know. It's unreal. The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. It's a thing, and you can buy it. So don't wait. Get it. Now. That's it. That's all.
We're experimenting, Mike. We're experimenting.
The Mike O'Mara Show, home of improvisational theater. Thank you.
That's
Welcome
all.
back to the show. Tough to do this segue, but I have to.
Yes.
This segment of the program brought to you by Hims. The problem? Premature ejaculation. Just the facts, Jack. It's not unusual. In fact, up to 39% of men experience it. So, is the fun ending too quickly? Most guys aren't thrilled at the thought of opening up to a doctor about performance problems. Who can blame them? The solution, 4hims.com, the wellness brand for men. Visit 4hims.com to get convenient and affordable treatment for your early arrivals. They connect you to a doctor online who can evaluate you and help identify the right treatment for you. Best yet, it can be delivered right to your door in discreet packaging. No more awkward in-person doctor's appointments. So if you want to slow your roll and make the good times last, go to 4hims.com. Our listeners get a special offer. You can get started for just $10. Just go to 4hims.com/TMOS10. That's a different code, so remember that. It's 4hims.com/TMOS10. FORHIMS.com/TMOS10. You have to put the 10 after that. See the website for full details and safety information. Let's open up the audio vault for the day after Memorial Day, Tuesday, May 28, 2019. Rob Spiewak.
Milton, Florida, Mike.
Milton?
Milton, Florida is near Pensacola. It's a Pensacola suburb. It is in Santa Rosa County. And people are upset because at the Milton, Florida Wendy's, an employee took a bath in the sink in the kitchen.
Oh, no.
God, there they go again.
Now, to be fair,
God.
he was wearing shorts, but he did bathe in the kitchen. And I am a certified food handling manager in Montgomery County. True.
You are.
And this is not allowed.
Not cool, Rob. Not cool.
Not cool.
Now, I can't really get by, but the thing that really smokes my turkey is the fact that they filmed it and put it on Facebook. Here is some actual audio.
Take a bath. Take a bath. Get in there. How's it feel?
It's warm.
It's warm.
Turn the jets on.
Turn the jets on.
Oh, he didn't know any better.
The kid.
Just an idiot.
Yeah, he's just an idiot.
A towel? What? These white towels over here.
Yeah. She's got a high IQ.
Wash your armpits. Ooh, yeah, ooh.
Wash your armpits or something.
What's this in my Frosty?
Yeah. Wash your armpits or something.
Why would
That's
you
toes.
publish this?
Yeah.
This is Jason.
I forgot about. Hi, this is Jason.
Hi, this is Jason.
We had an
Wash your
intern.
armpits or something.
Well, Mike, part 2, the citizens of Milton, the Milton citizenry, are not happy.
Like they're open today, I think you should be closed so you can sanitize everything. Everything needs to be sanitized. You don't know what people have, what they don't have. I'm not saying he's got anything, but you never know.
When you deal with food or food service, it is serious business. People can get sick.
I'm outraged. Why would you videotape a young man doing something that's incredibly, excuse my language, stupid? I was shocked at the behavior. If he was my son, I'd be embarrassed as being a parent.
Well, I guess I won't be eating here today.
I guess I won't be eating here today.
Yeah.
Milton,
well, you know what?
Florida.
I think, by the way, I know why he did it. It was fun.
Yeah, the girls were egging him on.
Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah.
It was actually, he fit better than I thought he would. It wasn't a bad fit.
So he's a little guy.
Yes, yeah, it wasn't a big sink.
A little guy with eczema.
Is that salt or eczema?
Yum, yum.
Oh, so with no real vested interest, did you watch any of the Stanley Cup playoffs yesterday?
I watched the first period and part of the third period, and I jumped off when it was 1-0 Blues. Then I came back in the third period when it was all tied up 2-2, and then I guess Boston took it in hand.
Bruins won 4-2, but I did think this was pretty funny. I think Dennis Leary is funny, and this was his opening. They did an opening montage as they always do.
By the way, this Dennis Leary opening is the quintessential Boston overconfident fan deal. And let me just say this. I love my Red Sox. I'll always love my Red Sox. My father and I shared that. That'd be very difficult to extricate if the Red Sox, continue. I like it when they struggle a little bit. It's fine. The Boston fan thing is doing a really nice job of, as I'm down here in South Florida, gently pushing me away.
They're making it easy for you.
Talking about the parades and Dennis Leary. Well, you hear and you make up.
I think you like this, Oscar.
I'm from Boston. It's been 4 months since we've had a parade. 4 months. Come on, Bruins. You got to end this drought. You know what matters? Fear the bear. And now, everyone's wondering if they can do it again. Come on. Of course they can. They're from Boston, city of champions.
So there's that. Then a 4-month drought, so it's a parade.
There is.
Been 4 months since our last parade.
Right.
There is something now, and I used to defend this BS. There is something now about seeing a Patriots jersey or Tom Brady at the F1 Monte Carlo race.
Sure.
And him throwing a football from a yacht to another yacht and sitting being like, what is going on with this world?
Yeah.
It's
Is
a little
it
out of
jealousy?
control.
It's not jealousy because it's not a life I could ever live.
No, it's just
more
gloating. They've become the Yankees back in the day when the Yankee fans had the same attitude.
You.
Yeah, we're going to win. And
There's
literally a generation of kids that have no idea what that 1986 moment was like, or what 1978 was like, or what 1975 was like. And I'll tell you something, and this is the truth. I know this because I'm a huge sports fan. There is something about unrequited success when you don't get, I hope I use that correctly, but not getting the success that makes it so sweet when you get it. The underdog, people, it is great. There's nothing like it. I like to see a guy win first time on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
I love to see the guy come back from nothing and win. That's the joy of sports. The guy that you expect to win that wins by 15 strokes, or the guy that wins by it's not fun. The only way, by the way, now that James Holzhauer has hit the $2 million mark on Jeopardy, I'm ready. I would think now that he's got $2 million in the bank.
Money.
He's got his money. I wouldn't mind seeing somebody pop along and scare him a little bit.
And he's getting even cockier. I think it was last night.
He's getting cocky.
When he said,
he's getting cocky.
He said, one of the things that he had mentioned that he would like to be like the guy in Moneyball, to be able to balance statistics and money. And Alex asked him about it. And he says, well, yeah, but of course, that was before I found out that Jeopardy was a conceivable career.
Yeah. Time for him to It's simple. And why does everybody loves an underdog?
Yeah.
Everybody loves an underdog. And that's why you do, because the people that have it and do it all. It's been 4 months since our last parade. F you. Sorry. That's the way I have to feel about that attitude. You know what I mean? I really do. And by the way, I was born and raised, the first hockey team I ever rooted for were the Boston Bruins. And, then I became a Caps fan when I spent a whole career there. So, and I might flip on that too, but the Red Sox, tough to but it's still seeing these kids that hey, 4 months, we need another parade. Oh, blech.
Well, let's get behind a sport we all love, balloon popping.
Right.
Don't you love to pop balloons?
Balloons? Oh, who doesn't like to pop a balloon?
Not?
We have video of this on our Facebook page, and apparently and by the way, get the medal ready. It is the TMOS Stain of the Week. He trained for 4 years to break the Guinness World Record for balloon popping. He popped 200 balloons with a nail in just under 15 seconds. He lives in Tennessee, and you may say to yourself, Rob, or Mike in your case, how does he do it? They tack the balloons on a wall, and he runs along popping them in a row. Now,
so he slices them, really?
Pretty much, and if you watch the video, I'm just going to say, I spotted one balloon that wasn't popped. I'm not going to cause trouble, but I think it might be 199, but I know you're saying, what does it sound like to pop 200 balloons in under 15 seconds?
That's what we're waiting for.
Yeah, it sounds a little like this.
Ready, set, go! Stop! 14.88 seconds!
That felt good. That's been many months in the making right there.
All right, many months in the making. Here's the thing that really troubled me.
Putting them on a wall?
Yeah. How about the time when he does it, it's like 17 seconds. He's like, God damn it, I got to blow up 200 more balloons. This man has a lot of time on his hands, but congratulations. Too bad he's not from Boston. They'd give him a parade. That's your Magic Audio Book. Have a good Tuesday, everybody. Feels like Monday.
It feels like Monday. Isn't that great? Another one in the can. Thanks for joining us for another riveting episode of The Mike O'Mara Show. Don't forget, we got a big live show coming up, and we've already sold out our Friday night show on November 15th. Tickets still available for our November 16th show, Saturday night at the Zappos Council Chambers Theater in Las Vegas, Nevada. Get your tickets soon. Remember, the TMOS bonus show makes a great gift even for yourself. Go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the banner that says Gift Bonus. And if you got something for our mailbag, had a great one today, keep them great. That's what Rob says. Send it to Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. For Oscar Santana and Rob Spiewak, Mike O'Mara saying thank you for your continued amazing support for the best part of your day. The Mike O'Mara Show. So long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Before you go, please make a mental note. Today's show was made possible by the TMOS bonus packages. You can secure yours right now by going to MikeO'MaraShow.com and clicking on the red bonus banner. Buy it or give it. Either way, you're helping out TMOS, and that's a good thing. Thank you, and go in peace.
Hooray! Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
This is Natalia. She is my sister. She is number 4 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. Nice.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Goodbye, dude.